It's another exciting episode of The Silent Call. Thank you for joining us. Chapter 8, The Haunting Revelation. The next morning, Claire and Tund went straight to the local police station. They explained everything to Inspector Adebayo, a stern, no-nonsense officer with a reputation for solving bizarre cases. His skepticism was evident as he leaned back in his creaky chair, arms folded, listening to their account. "You people think I have time for ghost stories?" he asked, adjusting his cap. "This is Lagos, not Nollywood." Claire, undeterred, pulled out her phone and played the recordings, the tapping sound and the faint voice whispering, "Underwater." The inspector's brow furrowed as he leaned forward, the disbelief in his eyes softening. "What's this tapping?" he asked. "It's Morse code," Tund interjected. "We translated it, it says, underwater." The inspector sat back, tapping his pen against the desk. After a long pause, he motioned to one of his officers. "Get the dive team ready. We'll check this lagoon." By midday, Claire, Tund, and a small group of police officers stood by the edge of Five Cowries Creek. The divers, clad in wetsuits, prepared their gear. Musa, the fisherman who had taken Claire and Tund out the night before, watched nervously from his canoe. The air was thick with tension as the divers plunged into the dark water. Minutes felt like hours as everyone waited in silence, their eyes fixed on the surface. Suddenly, one of the divers emerged, holding a rusted metal box. Another diver surfaced shortly after, shaking his head grimly. "This was buried deep," the lead diver said, handing the box to Inspector Adebayo. The inspector opened it carefully, revealing its gruesome contents, a skeletal body bound with chains, scraps of fabric clinging to the bones. The fabric was old and faded, but it was unmistakably a school uniform. Claire felt her knees buckle, and Tund caught her just in time. This is Ada," she whispered, her voice trembling. Inspector Adebayo's face hardened. "We'll take this back for examination. But this girl didn't end up here by accident. Someone did this to her." The discovery made headlines the next day. Skeleton found in Lagos lagoon linked to decades-old mystery. One paper read. The news brought a wave of public outrage and morbid curiosity. People gathered at the creek, whispering theories and sharing urban legends. Back at the police station, Inspector Adebayo began piecing together Ada's story. He found an old missing persons report filed by her family years ago. It stated that Ada was last seen heading to a local market after school but never returned home. Claire couldn't shake the feeling that this wasn't the end. That night, as she tried to sleep, her phone buzzed again. It was the same unknown number. She hesitated before answering. "Hello?" There was no tapping this time, just a faint whisper, "Thank you." Find the truth. Her heart raced. Ada's spirit might have found a voice, but her story was far from over. To be continued. Kindly follow us on our social media platforms. Thank you.